Good morning. It's another beautiful Monday morning, so I thought I would do our video outside this morning just because it's lovely. So we're on the water and we get a lot of fog, but today we're starting out with some blue skies, so that's kind of nice. I've got a few things I want to talk about today. The first is this scarf right here. So this is the one that I've been showing. Let's get this out of the way. This is the one I've been showing online a fair bit. It's the bamboo scarf that I did with 2 Heddles with color and weave. I tried to get videos of the patterning, but my camera seemed to have troubles focusing, so I don't know if this is going to work any better. But let's just hang it up there. You can see some of the color and weave patterning in it. And then I just threw the pink in there just for a little bit of interest. So I used 2 10-dent Heddles for this and bamboo cotton, so it's 8-2 bamboo cotton. So we have a set of 20 ends per inch, and I honestly thought it was going to be a bit of a challenge to do the threading, but once I got going, realized, oh, this is not so hard after all. So in January we'll be starting a 2 Heddle series, and this or something like this will be part of that series. Now, for the first time ever, I did an unfringed end on a scarf, so I hemmed it up. Turned out really well. Tried to use my roller foot, did not work well. I haven't had any success using my roller foot with hand wovens at all. So I'd love to hear if you use a roller foot with hand wovens. Tell me how you do it, because I would love to know. The next thing is, of course, you know that I have gotten a triangle loom, and so primarily I'm going to be talking about rigid Heddle stuff, but I just had to show this because I love it. So this is my triangle loom shawl. I did this on a 7-foot loom, and you can see that it's quite large. I don't think you can see the whole thing in the camera, but it's very large. I love it. I used 4 different strands of fiber, or sometimes 3 different strands of fiber through the whole project. It was hard. I did everything that beginners aren't supposed to do with Triloom projects, and I think it worked. I really love it. Tons of mistakes. I fixed lots of them, but I'm going to embrace a lot of them too, just because it's a first project. I'm keeping this. I learned a lot, and yeah. A couple of tools that I found really helpful using with it. I bought this quite a long time ago on Etsy by Moonkissed Studio. So this, and 3 different sizes. This worked beautifully when I was pressing my weft into place on the triangle loom. So it's great. It also works really well if you're doing any tapestry weaving, or if you're weaving with roving on your rigid Heddle. Moonkissed Studio, really like them. So I've had them for about a year. It's the first time I've actually used them, and quite like them. And of course the Afghan hook. But the other thing I found, because my warp, I used lots of mohair in here and alpaca and sticky yarns, my rigid Heddle pickup sticks were invaluable to separate the shed and then slide it all the way across, so that I can open up the shed for my yarn to pass through. So if you are a triangle loom weaver, perhaps some of those will be helpful to you. And if you have tips for me, particularly the weight of yarn I should be using. I think I need a bulky, but am I looking at a 4 bulky, a 5 bulky? Well, 4 is not bulky. Am I looking at a 5 bulky or a 6 bulky? Let me know. I'm thinking about Malabrigo Mecca for my next project, so let me know what you think, and if you've used it, and send pictures, whatever. The final thing I wanted to talk about is organization, and I'm not a particularly organized person. We've got a fairly large apartment, and there is yarn stashed in every room in our apartment. But people have asked, so here's what I'm currently doing. I have some open bookshelves that I have my untouched skeins, so skeins that are still all in their skeins or balls. They haven't been used yet, they're full skeins. So that way I can see them at a glance, what I have as a full skein ready to use. I have a buffet and hutch, that I have all my combs on. I don't really recommend this. I have to keep moving them around a lot because they will fade in the sun. So it's better to have your cottons in a closed cupboard if at all possible, but I keep them out because I want to be able to see them and be able to know what I have at a glance. The other thing that I use is these bins. These come from IKEA, and I've got quite a number of them. And what I keep in those are my partial skeins. So even though that's all skeined up, that is actually just a partial skein. So just the bits and pieces, the leftovers, things I'm not quite sure what to do with. And I group them by color. So I'd started grouping them by weight. So I had a lace weight, I had a mohair bin, I had a DK weight, I had a sport weight, I had a bulky weight. But that wasn't working so well, especially with the wabi-sabi scarves that I like to do. So I switched it over to colors. And I have these bins in one of those wire mesh snap together units. And it's up on the top of my closet shelf. So I've got 4 up, 4 across in my closet. And then I have bits of yarn everywhere, like just everywhere. But I'd love to hear your organization ideas because I will be in the new year getting a room. So I think we're looking at about 14 by 16, maybe 18 by 16. I haven't measured it yet. I'm getting a room that I will have hopefully all my yarn in, plus a 60-inch rigid or 60-inch floor loom and my triangle loom and my rigid Heddles. And so if you have some ideas on how to organize the space, I'd love to hear it. I'm thinking the IKEA Billy bookcases right now. So I'd love to see what you've done with that, and I'd love to hear your ideas about organization. So I hope that you found this entertaining. Maybe you've learned something. Maybe you think I need to learn something. So in the comments, like and comment, subscribe and follow to me. You'll get these every Monday. And just let me know generally what you think, your yarn thoughts, and I'd love to hear from you.